The IEBC selection panel's process of shortlisting new commissioners to the IEBC may be headed for a halt. Sentiments from top Azimio stalwarts indicate that the selection panel's activities may have been overtaken by events following the recent remarks by President William Ruto calling for a bipartisan approach towards the reconstitution of the IEBC. And as NTV Sydney Chazima now reports, Parliament may resort to ad hoc committees that will steer the bipartisan talks between the government and the opposition.
It appears the activities around the reconstitution of the IEBC may be stopped. Sources within the Azimio coalition now intimate that the IEBC selection panel, which is in the process of shortlisting candidates for the positions of chair and commissioners to the electoral body, has been overtaken by the recent political developments initiated by President Ruto and Azimio leader Raila Odinga. But according to constitutional lawyer Bobby Mkangi, the selection panel, which was gazetted into office by President William Ruto, enjoys a constitutional mandate, hence is shielded from any arbitrary action. And while the politics around the IEBC selection panel simmers, President Ruto has already set the ball rolling towards the bipartisan talks, meeting with Kenya Kwanza allied leaders of both houses of parliament at State House on Monday.
The bipartisan approach, in my view, would include probably an ad hoc committee, since there is no standing committee that would look at many of the issues.
In order to accommodate Odinga's demand for non-parliamentary experts to the bipartisan committee, Parliament will have to amend its standing orders.
The establishment of any ad hoc or select committee in Parliament, again, is guided by the standing orders. And therefore, it will not be a question of what Ichungwah wants or doesn't want, or the other leader wants or another one doesn't want.
Ichungwah, who has been touted as one of the hardliners during the calls for dialogue between Ruto and Raila, maintains that the bipartisan talks will not yield another handshake.
I can confirm the president has not even met with Raila Odinga. He has not even spoken to Raila Odinga, leave alone meeting, leave alone a handshake. Therefore, there is nothing touching on a handshake. The bipartisan approach is an approach that looks at the interest of the country over and above the partisan interest.
The Azimio anti-government demonstrations were anchored on several demands, among them lowering the cost of living. But there are murmurs from the public that political matters, heavy with interest of the political class, may have taken center stage, leaving out the common mwananchi.
Sasa unajua, ukiniuliza hivyo ndugu yangu, unanitia mashakani na wenzangu, kwa sababu unaniambia niseme yale mambo partisan sasa. Na nikikwambia, and now I'll tell you this, sitting where I sit as a leader of majority on the Kenya Kwanza side, that it is true the cost of living is high. Therefore, if you ask me whether we have shifted from our focus from the people-centric issues, I'll tell you, when the president says that government focuses on the economic transformation agenda, that economic transformation agenda is basically to deal with the cost of living.
Parliament, which is on short recess until next week, may be recalled to expedite the process of setting up a committee for the bipartisan talks. Sydney Chazima, NTV.